but bears a new name. Welcome. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. No. Today, before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like he talked about. But these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
So outruns their offense for the first time this game. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL. And it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion. But this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college. And he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Shotgun now for Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Caught by Diggs. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
On second down, Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Christian Harris on the stop. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Daniels. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win.
Ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Head to 60. Head to 60.
From the gun, here's Akers. Has a big hole left. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans send wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions.
All right.
They send a tight end in motion. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. On play action, here's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Here we go.
They're set up at the 35 now. Diggs there to bring it in. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 31. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Motioning the tight end now. Working inside the red zone. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 18 on 2nd down. He just throws this one away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. We're a quarter. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Shotgun handoff to Akers. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They go to Akers again. And he gets him around 6 there. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's contained at the line for no gain. Christian Harris on the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, it's Daniels. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, here's Daniels. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders now lead by 10. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First and 10 now from the 30. Tight end going in motion here. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Throwing off the play fake here. He's on the move. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. His first punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. He fields this at the 18. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down. The give inside to Akers. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He fields it cleanly. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Here's Stroud now. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Okay.
From the gun, Stroud. Completed to Collins. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Okay.
Now it's Stroud. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a one-score game before halftime. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders getting their offense back out there as we see Cam Akers once more. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Christian Harris on the stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. And if you had another rushing play on your bingo board, you are correct. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The and I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. The touchdown dropped this back to a one-possession game, so they're hoping to get some breathing room right back here. Robinson on the inside give. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Out of the gun, Daniels. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Washington touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over the... They're out and set, 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Cut by Collins on the slant. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 38. Down with the grab. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs for him from the 46. On the counter, McCaffrey. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Cut by Diggs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains. There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And they get this down to the 28. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Collins there to grab it. And he gets this forward to the 19. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. The tight end in motion now. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Stroud now on 3rd. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Throwing now, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everly's kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Here's Akers up the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Here's Robinson. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one's complete, right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Here's a handoff to Akers. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's now a two-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And it sets up a Houston first.
Here we go, let's go.
Blitz coming first round. Schultz with the catch. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Stroud throwing here on first. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Stroud off the play fake. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Akers. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Akers. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
To throw, Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help.
Ready. Check go.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. He gets 6 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders up by 8. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying with Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Huh.
He'll look to throw it. The back grabs it. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders lead by 15 now. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Out now come the Texans on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
To throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. One final shot here. He connects downfield on fourth. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders.